What is up, gamers? This is Nightwolf 2018 coming at you again with another Biomutant video. This is a special video because today is Memorial Day, so I happen to have the day off, so I thought I'd give you guys something to watch. And to I forgot what I was saying. All right, we're just gonna get into this. Let's jump back into the game. So last time, if you haven't watched my prior video, the last video was I started a character a couple different times, tried to stream the game, didn't work out very well. But we started with the mercenary class. It's kind of interesting. I like the fact that the mercenary class has two melee weapons. That's what I like about it. Seems to be a pretty good class at least. All right, let's um it's interesting. Make sure we get past this one. I thought we did this already.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Made it count. Chop it up. Chop.
There.
Cutting it. That's going to leave a mark. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Grab whatever these guys have.
That's a good find.
Cereal. Got candy cane.
At least you're not coming out of this empty-handed.
That was loud. Stuff.
Why?
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why.
Tolu keta ya wawanawe baluutulua.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Ku bubuye buy.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Tolu keta ya wawanawe kutuvun poputue.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Setuata papkila.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Loma tuaha. Chintuata motihuasa.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Mauketo tul atu iamanao.
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma.
Ayamu aya. Mauketo tul atu iamanao.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Ya, sawata mua momombusu?
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have.
Balu putulua.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction.
Fofo bagwa papamu.
After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other.
Tikamapen valu alu hirwa.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
That's fine. I like the automatic. Let's go talk to Elvis.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come up for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Let's go put this tree back. Go put this thing back.
Now that you've seen the Nonno's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Mooma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not.
Well, they're just gonna murder everyone.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route.
That's crazy.
Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Man,
Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. He claims names have power, so he gave them these names to weaken them. For him, the Porky Puff is particularly personal. It was that carnivorous beast that took his leg.
Bilia antuf wesa gono.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Tu wowu.
So, now we can kill all these guys.
You're getting the hang of it.
Kill all these.
Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Oh, boy.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
We got it. I know my last video was rather short. I didn't like this one a little bit longer. I didn't realize that whole thing was just
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
key on it. That's freaking hilarious. I like how you just pee on it. It's like, that's I got it.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
No, it's just wrong.
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Now, take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
I like that. I like how it hits each other.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important.
I feel like you shouldn't be even.
Ba loyal muk bebuk.
Out of Date knows you'll make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there's two nearby.
Do wowu, ilvov ugwuhu, vobra boom.
The Jagni tribe is likely to be your primary choice as they seek to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared.
Luatolu dum. To huaye.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak.
Yep.
They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Mauketo, tul attu iamanau.
Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side.
Kuzata geto, ya yumawa.
He believes the tribe Sifus, Jagni especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play you.
Bebuko kontabe. Mauketo, tul attu iamanau.
He believes you share Jagni's view on the world. Regardless, Jagni would welcome someone that had helped them against the Myriad tribe.
Ewe bobuye. Ugambun ang ugagad yebromo bufu.
He'll be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Luatulu maua. Baluutulu.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Jagni tribe. Makes the most sense with the way I'm playing
Another
this
fork
character.
in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Playing this, it makes more sense to go with
It's
the
a
Jagni
bridge.
tribe than the other.
Just get over it.
Or rough.
And slash. Now that's a flesh wound.
I don't really know which guys I killed, but probably not the right one.
They've restroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began.
Go to mutations real quick. Biogenetics, psi power. So play with my psi power. Go, go.
That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem.
I like how
Let's see.
Krania Matsuele.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war.
Fruttata Shiplup.
Says their door is always open for anyone willing to join their cause.
I killed one. I'm supposed to kill the other ones. That kind of makes sense. These guys look more like Ronin than they do. That looks like a panda.
Zata is the moi totloho. Kariesne stace. Paro, ya put
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew.
Sanama inatovo.
He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu.
Uko padafu uflete.
The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you.
Donzadne.
He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101. It seems you don't mind a bit of blood on your hands. That's something you have in common.
Skuni del novazi ale dlohodo.
He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves to find ourselves. But he's glad you chose to come here.
O visoko dolatsi ne dolo.
There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted.
O visoko dolatsi ne odliseni novai.
Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Na oko kiza tada zivo.
Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it was based on unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain.
Mali muzami o nalest stari dat.
The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions.
Tada zinakas pripad snatste.
Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that. So embracing that side of you and helping them vanquish the tribes and letting the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life should be an easy decision.
Ide moi
He expected you'd join them. You understand that the universe runs on the principle that the one who dominates others runs the show.
unavochni dlohoni nestats ne okoni.
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe.
Ide moi nestats ne okoni. Ives yete reklidekle.
The Myriad are too good to be true. They might believe in the greater good and a code of honor, but uniting the tribes and saving the Tree of Life won't change anything. You must stop living in the past.
Boy, I am evil. You understand this?
Zata unavochni dlohoni.
Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone, but they refuse to be the victim here.
Dolo novi Zata.
They have no intention of letting this drag out, or they'll run the risk of teaching the enemy their art of war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
Okay, so outposts in the tribes as well. Okay.
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Tata is a moi.
You both share dark thoughts, so they want to wage a war. A war where all that's left behind is casualties.
Tata, na zena kas pripatne?
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Una vochni tlohoni.
Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin.
Una vochni tlohoni. O visoko dolatsi ni.
Your Muma taught each disciple a weapon. She never intended it for hunting nor war, but lately the art of defense has been shadowed by relentless attack.
O visoko dolatsi ni.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Totloho zanarach. Yeti rikli.
Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared.
Totloho arveta.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good.
Vusisi yaput apinosko.
Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sentimental. War.
Is a moi.
He can't blame you for not remembering, but he can sense the stillness of something lost.
Alright, let's do this.
The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. We'll be around when you return.
What's here? Lights. Taking over the territories. Seems like this game has a lot of like stuff like that going on.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the Wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Middle-lifed. hard as nails.
I did not mean to do that. But I guess it works out. Just range combat. See how that attacks. Oh, dude, that's dope.
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer.
Not bathroom stop at all. Just a waypoint.
Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over.
Well then, story's far from over. Whoa.
Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
Yes, now I'm a little bit. Why are you?
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Then he wants you to know that if you find yourself going through bad times, you should just keep going. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better time to do what needs to be done than right now.
Let's learn how to swim, guys.
He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? At least you learned that you'll drown if you don't swim. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Great things usually happen to those who never stop trying. He hopes you'll be one of them. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try too hard. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Antoro.
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Kensib.
The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood.
Kensib.
You should know, practice makes perfect.
Taifanama noma. Kensib.
You have to keep working on it if you want to be good at it.
Kalino.
She'll see you at the village square.
Kanaruta. Tukonda.
She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. He's learned that things are never as bad as they seem. You'll feel better in the morning. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He's happy to hear that from someone that's a part of the coming generation. You owe it to yourself to protect the environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left lying around on the ground. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start.
All right. Now we get to learn some weapon crafting. It looks like. I like this one. Oh, this is kind of cool the way that they put this game together where you can like make the handles and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. This is actually really cool. Like you get to customize the weapon a little bit better than that That's pretty awesome, to be honest. I like that.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of Wang Fu is more than enough for anyone. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
A weapon with banana.
It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together.
Now you see
You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. Then start by meeting her on the village square and take it from there. She knows you're a free spirit, always on the move, like the wind. They look determined, Better watch out.
Famamuni esa masani lava ona.
He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going.
And sirignore kiti minti lanu muana.
He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though.
Minti lanu muana.
There's no way they'll let you pass.
Amawana.
He wants to know who you think you are.
Amawana.
You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with.
Man.
Rumbleele marsamandu.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Domale tuk. Rumbleele marsamandu.
If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks you're absolutely right.
Masammal.
The most important thing is that you're okay.
Anson bara.
It's time to focus on your training
Just
now.
take my sword that I made.
Kentsib. Guri kumbala muma.
She said it before. Wang Fu will keep your body in good health, and that's how you keep your mind strong and clear.
Alright. We can train now. Get through this memory thing we're going through. Hopefully it's safe.
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Kun ahai arin kashumai.
Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling.
Sedain yach.
He heard you helped Gizmo clean up. He's proud of you.
Badja analog. Mich.
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Khalifav Cairo.
He'll talk to her, sure, but you know she wants you to accept responsibility for your own actions and future.
Wakshandona nenya.
He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
Cool. Stuff.
Gag.
He's curious to see what you found.
Bon baran udinamamwa.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA.
Baran udinamamwa. Sem.
He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle.
Ishko. Ishkayamako. Mushtakabalat no kondonash.
Says at least dirty hands are proof that you tried, and that counts. That you failed this time doesn't mean you can't succeed the next.
Mashako hirsave.
He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
Alright, gear cred.
badan udidimada bulshada. Inta badan wagsuva.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Ikaya marafka tid.
He knows she's already proud of you and everything you've achieved so far.
Goga.
You should take it with you, wear it to practice.
Echine bestilka.
He's sure your Muma will forgive you for not wearing the traditional outfit.
Zith.
He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Doesn't look like my shirt changed at all. Okay, now she's about to
Sanna jote.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Tropalo. Deret.
Wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard.
Gendrana mala. Drumblena marsamawunundu.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Drumblena
all
marsamawunundu.
the time.
Ferena masalapu.
But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Naro lote.
Wants you to prove that with some practice first.
Like 6 months.
Naro lote.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Andro?
Thanks you for being such a good student.
Kanamunt. Ritsentede.
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Kanamunta. Kala.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Anson bara.
Says he's always thought so well of you, just like her.
Dude, that guy's huge. Dude, catch this.
Catchy.
Minalagi mamuru.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Minalagi mamuru.
Figuring that out is half the fun.
Gendrana mala. Tate ko babasakting.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Pendrine senaman.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Tate ko babasakting.
You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you.
Puri kumbala muma.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Bola kamunum rutna.
Says a good rest makes you ready for tomorrow. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow.
That was awesome.
Nothing could stop Biomutant from setting the world on fire.
Ora. Quien si.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Gimamuru.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Bola kamono brutna.
He wants to destroy her. The time to fight is coming, whether she's ready for it or not.
Pendrene senema. Andro, veri?
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead.
Kala.
She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her.
Pala. Moni pasa.
She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights. This is her fight. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
That's what I was supposed to do. I think it's supposed to do something else there. Maybe I just want to move it. Like, like.
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now.
That really made me just want to fight that guy. More.
If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory.
Dang. He just killed my dad. What's up with that, man? Why they gotta kill your dad?
As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
The weapons and stuff. That's cool.
The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Wow, that's good stuff.
Leveled up yet again.
Yunuba yotairotot
It was harder than expected to take down the Fluff Hulk.
litsu la sakta.
They've received news a Ronin joined the tribe's ranks and were looking forward to meeting you.
Yokpoi tuyaluya gurui.
A group of Jagni warriors are already waiting for you at Myriad's Vespidut outpost.
Yukyune
You should hurry there and help them storm the outpost.
mapda be tayo tufa yokne.
Not really. It's east of Bricktown. You can spot Goop's Surf Nautica station from the hill it resides on.
Alright, guys, I think that is it for today. So I'll be signing off, and all I wanted to do was tell you that if you like my video and you like my content, go ahead and subscribe and like this video, and go ahead and turn that notification bell on so you get notified when I post new content. And also, while you're at it, go ahead and comment on this video so I know somebody's out there watching. Thanks, have a great night. This is Nightwolf 2018 signing off.